Here in Warrnambool. KA3 Senior Live brought to you by Rapid Mix, Remo Racing and iArmy Engines. The grid for this one to start on the pole position is cart number 11 of James Snaith. On his outside will be the 33 of Riley George. Thomas Patching and Jensen Telescovy to start from the second row. Angus Hall and Brockler Parker from row number 3. Jasper Frith and Andrew Hollis to start from row number 4. Imran Ali and Rio Campbell to start from row number 5. Georgia Morgan and Lachlan Cutting to start from the 6th. Callum Newton and Dylan Soteropoulos from row number 7. Acacia McEachran and Oscar Maloney to start on the 8th row. Brock Fewens won't take part in this one, neither will Brendan Rees. So starters' hands, lights are out. Snaith and George pile into turn number 1. Argument as they go down the hill, and it's George in the red helmet, just ahead of Snaith in the green helmet. So two very distinctive heads out there at the front. And it's George and Snaith. Telescovy tucked in behind. Oh, Patching has a big look. Manages to pull back a little bit. Here comes Brockland Parker on the inside. So Parker's up to position number 4. Hollis is in there as well, still adjusting that visor. Georgia Morgan off the track. Oscar Maloney a long way behind too. So Riley George, your leader. James Snaith sits in position number 2. Third at the moment, Telescovy down the hill. Brockland Parker on a move though. He's going to be one to watch in this. Patching tucked up behind in position number 5. Andrew Hollis. I don't know if it's a nervous twitch, but he's forever adjusting that visor. Up the inside further back comes, it's Campbell on Cutting and Hall and Frith, so they'll exchange paint and there'll be nothing noticed because they're all the same. But it's George who leads from Snaith. Now up to third is Brockland Parker, who's got by Telescovy. Patching now having a look at Parker. So out front though, it's Riley George who leads from James Snaith. Thrilling battle. Here comes Patching on Telescovy. Telescovy thinks better of it and just backs out of it. Hollis, he's right on the back. Hard to believe he's the elder statesman in this field. So George, Snaith and Parker. Parker coming on very, very strong in position number 3. Oh, Snaith had a little bit of a wobble coming out of the double left. We've got a bit of plastic coming onto the main straight. Hopefully it comes across in time. Put your rubbish in the bins, ladies and gentlemen. So it's George who leads, and now Brockland Parker's up to position 2. So that little wobble for Snaith has cost him. But George is your leader. Parker is coming. Snaith in P2 and Patching. Go to war Telescovy, Hollis. And I think it'll be Rio Campbell Cutting. Frith. No, it's not. It's Hall's the front one in that pack. They all look so similar. So Hall, Cutting, Frith and also Campbell. So Riley George is still your leader. 11 laps remain in this final for KA3 Senior Light. And Riley George is about to feel the heat there from Brockland Parker. So Parker's coming on like an absolute rocket here at the moment in KA3 Senior Light. George just moves it over half a cart width, but I tell you what, get too defensive at your own peril here. It's a long way to go to be driving down the inside of the straights. So George, he's just slowing himself down. He's got to screw that head back on. Get on with the business here. It's too early to be defensive. So down the bottom they come. Parker. He is fully loaded and ready to pull the trigger at the moment. So they come up the hill, look for it. No, George goes inside. Parker's going to go for the crisscross. Squeeze him in tight. Could go around the outside. Now he looked for the crisscross. Overlap down the short straight. Not happening. So they're battling tooth and nail. Parker could get a good run onto the straight here. Does so. Opens up. Oh, tried. George holds on around the outside. Oh, here comes Parker on the inside. Can't get it done. Oh, this is a great race, and I tell you what, look at them banking up behind, looking for an opportunity if these two fluff it. Oh, Parker with a big dive. Nice move, but George is going to crisscross. They're going to go side by side into the infield. Oh, tell you what, I can feel the tension building here, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming from everywhere in this. Oh, Telescovy and Hollis. They're going everywhere. I don't know what to say. There's just too much to call at the minute. But at the front, it's Parker, George and Snaith. The next pack, though, is anyone's. So Parker, here we go, 3 wide at the top of the hill. And Hall's backed it in there, but Patching still the benefactor. Frith comes in there. Push. Oh, there we go. Broken parts everywhere. Hollis has pulled up on the side. Telescovy is as well. So it was always going to end in tears. It was just how long. And now he's beached Telescovy. So Brocklin Parker is your leader. So Parker, George. Needs to get that cart a bit further off the racetrack there. So Parker, George, look at Parker go. This has been a stellar drive there from Brocklin Parker from Portland. So Parker showing them a clean pair of heels. Showed this kind of form as a junior. And here he is in seniors leading the pack from Riley George. So Parker is your leader. George runs second. Snaith, Patching, Hall, Cutting, Frith, Campbell, McEachran, Newton, Soteropoulos, Ali, Morgan, and Maloney. So Brocklin Parker, no doubt about it, he's the man to beat in this one. Driven beautifully. Set the tone early and has continued on with it. The only driver into the 33s in this race is Brocklin Parker at 33.943, fastest lap of the race. Everyone else sitting at the 34 ones. 34.055 that time for Riley George as he tries to regroup and press on for this win here in Warrnambool. So George has been prominent in the opening round, so he's also got to think about his points tally here as we near the halfway point of this 2023 VCS. He's run second at the opening 2 rounds, Riley George. Your winners, Chris Alexopoulos and Robert Graham, neither of them here. We're about to add a new winner here in Warrnambool. So they are on lap number 13 of 16 now. There's going to be 2 laps to go for Brocklin Parker. As he comes through the infield, George sits in second. Snaith still gives chase for position number 2. So it's Parker, George, Snaith, Patching a little bit out of touch. Angus Hall's been trying to come back after that qualifying session all weekend and currently sits in position number 5. So Parker, smooth and fast, comes through the infield section. What can George do? Has he got a last-ditch effort for him? Looks like he might just be closing in, but I think there's going to become a gap that's going to be hard to close. So Brocklin Parker to lead KA3 Senior Light for the last circulation for Rapid Mix, Remo Racing and Iami Engines. It's Parker, George and Snaith. So through the infield section they come for the final time. Brocklin Parker on his way to victory for Rapid Mix, Remo Racing. Portland's Brockland Parker takes the win in KA3 Senior Light. Second for Riley George. James Snaithome in third. Thomas Patching and Angus Hall cutting the next card home. Frith and Campbell. And that is KA3 Senior Light for Rapid Mix and Remo Racing Iami Engines.